Yo, welcome to a new episode, exciting episode of the Midlife podcast with the two people that are left.
Two foundation stones.
Yeah. The two founding members.
The
Mark Zuckerberg and who's the other guy? Sorry.
Edmund Manzano.
Yeah. Eduardo's here. Yeah. But this is not Facebook.
No shit, Sherlock.
Just...
I don't think the people for 1 second thought this is Facebook. This is the foundation of it. Jesus, what like? But anyway, so we're still here, anyway.
We're still here, and we're going to do a kind of a review of what we have been talking about, what you've tried to hear, what we've been trying to talk about.
Yeah, which you've been very generous with your time and listening to us. You know, the ones that still listening to us and kind of listen to us.
And get people to listen, please.
Share it to your friends and stuff. Not that we don't have listeners, we're enjoying listeners, but we want more. We want more people to suffer our random thoughts.
Capitalize on our thing.
Capitalize on our kind of our talents and our
and our knowledge. Well, we have good knowledge. Well, fair to see. Austin doesn't.
Nick knows movies, but he's one gear, lads.
And Austin has what? AI and.
I have like half gears.
ChatGPT. Actually, I must say this story, but I'll tell you that later on. But ChatGPT isn't. I mean, it's not. It's all. I mean, some of the stuff in it is wrong.
Yeah, use your words. Come on, explain, elaborate.
Like, I don't know. It's just wrong.
So recently, I think I've heard people saying like on the Instagram.
The information, it's like Wikipedia. I mean, it's trying to be like Wikipedia, but it's not. It's wrong.
But it's even doing worse things because it's phrase and stuff, and it's kind of leading. Yeah. It's leading the narrative in terms of like and so my experience was they have a new update that came out a couple of weeks ago, and I noticed I was given stuff about ADHD because it was just someone new was doing that. So I was checking out ADHD and I was doing a bit of research. And I was doing the ChatGPT and was asking questions. And then all of a sudden ChatGPT kept started referring to me as, oh, your ADHD and your condition. Wouldn't say to say condition, but it started referring to me as, oh, the ADHD part. You know, like I said, oh, Austin, you have ADHD. So it was the assumption that because I'd researched something, it stuck in memory that I was like, so had kind of ADHD condition. And I was like, no, I was just researching. So, but it was strange with the way it did that. I combated that and I told it like absolutely I'm not ADHD, put this in your memory and remember refer to me not as ADHD but it was a new update and it kind of just it snuck in that it just started when I did some research and I took the content that I was researching and just started assuming I was ADHD which I thought was very strange. So I think they're working on that anyway. I think they're working on
but you probably do have ADHD.
Well, maybe I do, but the point is I was just researching, like I was asking ChatGPT questions about ADHD. And then,
but everyone seems to have ADHD, that's the thing as well.
No, stick to the point. Yeah, you do, because you can't obviously call it a conversation, because I'm talking about ChatGPT and it's how it's a phrase and stuff and how it leads its narrative. The point was it's an update and it's kind of can be a bit leading questions and leading answers. So I heard someone said that it mirrors you. So basically what you put in, it just starts to mirror you. So if you put in like, yeah, I'm a global superstar, it'll say, oh, you know, Austin, you're a global superstar today, like, and it's like, it just kind of, and for some people where they're vulnerable, it can kind of upset them and it kind of make them, you know, a bit like, in like kind of delusional, which is that stuff. So it kind of feeds the delusional mindset, like, because it just kind of mirrors what you put in, like, because it can put in, like, right, don't even start you.
Yes!
We're talking about ChatGPT. Anyway, today's session is episode 43.
Yes, I think so. But we're doing a review of our.
We have to tell the audience what we're doing. We're doing a review of the whole 42 episodes.
Yeah, because we've been doing this. Well, trying to do this for the whole year.
Well, I've been doing it. You've been trying.
I'm trying. We're fair. We've been trying, but
you. There's no try.
No,
just
hang on. I'm the one who's coming up with all the subjects every time.
This is the thing.
I'm the one who's doing all the research.
Research. I actually did a bit of research about this episode. You're like, oh no, hold on, just get off the laptop. We had to do research. Like, you say more than you do.
Do I? Really?
Yeah, no, you're good.
I mean, what happened in the first one was we start this up in the Manhattan, wasn't it? And it was on a phone. We did it on a phone. We weren't even
still on the phone.
No, but I mean, we weren't.
We
It
had
was
that
just
tripod.
audio. It was audio. It was audio. It was
Yeah,
audio.
This
So
is true. You're right.
yeah,
No,
and
no.
the noise was a bit, you know.
Yeah, well, the Manhattan had background music and
Yeah,
stuff like that, and
And it was me. There was three. There was me, you, and Kieran. And Kieran, sadly,
we
he's.
sacked them. We sacked them.
We didn't
folks.
sack him. He needed to step back, and we don't know if he's ever going to come back. I'm sorry.
We're taking his name off the
Yeah.
off the what do you call it, the button of the headboard, or not
Yeah.
the what do you call it, like the.
Spit it out, man.
You know when you take when business takes the name down off
The letterhead, but it's not letterhead.
letter, but we're taking his name off
Off
the letterhead. Anyway,
yeah.
so.
Yeah.
So yeah, no, but this is the first episode was popping out.
And you used the phrase "yo yo yo." It was just like we just got into it, and it was so because we were talking about football and like movies and so and everything that comes into our head, which is for Austin is just the cherry on the top.
Insane, but I mean, we talked about a lot of random stuff. I think we were talking about like JFK as one stage and spaceships or something. I don't know, but we talked about like I think we talked about conspiracies, the Mandela effect as well. We talked about different things like that. I think we definitely talked about the Mandela effect, and that was maybe the second episode. Well, yeah, my phrase "yo yo yo" came into fruition or into the ether.
I was looking through some of the things, and I thought maybe it wasn't. It was actually the second episode. I thought it was going to be for like 6 or 7, but it was 4 to 7. But then we kind of moved to a new place.
No, we stayed in the
Manhattan for about 5 weeks. I think it was about 5 weeks.
5 or 6, maybe 7 weeks. Because I think 6 weeks, maybe 6 weeks.
Yeah.
Because it was only audio, and then it went on the. I think we went on.
No,
the
we
video.
were still on. I think we were still on audio.
So the episode 11, I think, went on the.
Yeah,
video.
episode 10, 11. Episode 11. Yeah. When Kieran, yeah.
When we came to your house. We
We decided to. Well, yeah.
So yeah, then we couldn't hide anymore. Like.
I know. This is our real faces. I know.
Yeah. We have face for radios, folks, but like not for video. No,
I know.
not at all.
I know.
And
that one was we were talking about sitcoms.
Sitcoms, yeah. In fairness, you and Kieran really, you
and of course, yeah, exactly. The two you piggyback off me and Kieran.
I have me creative that too. It's like my skills, like
creative skills, technical skills. But you don't have the knowledge, the thirst for knowledge that we here.
Knowledge is one thing.
Well, you had the thirst. You went the thirst, but you don't have the.
Yeah, I don't have the
drive.
That's a drive. Actually, I'm reading a lot more lately because I'm off the drink. I'm also my brain is okay in terms of I'm a bit more kind of inquisitive about certain things. But I noticed I was reading this thing like on an email. It's like decay, stuff you don't talk about, and like say for something you learn something in college, like and you learn stuff like over life. But if you don't talk about it on a regular basis, you don't bring it up, you don't articulate it, you don't have conversations about it, it starts to decay. Like there is an actual like a decay in the kind of a cognitive, knowledge of stuff. Like you have to kind of constantly like sharpen your tools. Like this is a conversation. Like
one of the craziest.
But this is what we talk about. Where this is where I find you and Kieran so interesting because you literally know movies and TV shows and sitcoms since like
because you're the oldest in your family, so you wouldn't have grown up with it. Whereas me and Kieran would have grown up with all the siblings.
Yeah, your older siblings would have showed you this.
Yeah,
kind
exactly.
Of this. But what I'm interested in is how do you remember it? Like it's almost like yesterday. You just like you just remember stuff on the like just like the sitcoms, movies, phrases, catchphrases. It just pops into your head. Like. But other stuff like for example me, I just have to kind of fancy search for stuff or even like just kind of have to invent stuff. Like I'm constantly moving. I don't like I have memories like different memories like family, kids, all that kind of stuff like the recent memories. But I don't have a big knowledge base of like TV shows and different things like that. But in terms of when we're talking and when we go through the episodes and go through the different things like when you and Kieran talk, I tend to associate and said that some of the stuff comes in, but it just I find only bits and pieces of it, like bits and parts, like, and that's what I found like over the last year, like my cognitive skills, like,
you have a few gaps in your
language skills and cognitive, like the verbal fluency is coming back to me.
Yeah.
But it's like you really have to just dig in and research and kind of get to the bones of topics and kind of you have to refresh yourself and kind of dig deep into the actual.
And it's all about philosophy and ChatGPT and all that jazz. So
You're right. No, because in fairness, like like I'd be lost without you. It's not me. It's like you'd be lost without me as well.
No, I wouldn't. No, I could have. Stop. Seriously, stop. I'm just speaking the truth.
Okay, I'm speaking the truth, right? But this is the thing. Like we're on the first year, you might as well say. So we're going on to the next chapter. So it's like we're doing. You know, look at you. You got your haircut today, like. And
No,
you're losing a bit of weight as well.
I got to come up the weekend, but this is like 3 days ago.
Well, I'm saying.
But you just
You present yourself well today, like.
Yeah. What about yeah?
I'm in my work here. I'm not safe from work because I had stuff to do. Like literally, I'm safe from work. Like, and I had to give my uncle something. So I was like literally driving across town and got here on time to do the podcast. We're gonna bang out an episode that was 30 minutes long, and then we're going for a restaurant with food. We're going for food with
spoilers, but it's just you just set them off.
Well, that's not spoiler. We're meeting Liam on it, but the point is, anyway.
Do you remember the episode where we dressed up, but the costumes you got were a bit too small? Yeah. Well, they're small for me.
Deadpool and Wolverine.
Wolverine, when the movie came out, so we decided to dress up, and although we didn't factor in. So we thought it might just be the two of us. We didn't realize Kieran was going to come back. We could have dressed him up as the villain as well.
You wanted to dress up as Batman.
Yeah.
But in fairness, I did get you XXL like size, like.
It wasn't. It was XL.
It was XXL, like.
It was not. It was XL. It was XL.
Definitely was.
It was XL.
But that was a good episode.
That was my top 10 movies, and this is the kick. I got very annoyed at somebody because they didn't record it properly.
Was that
yes,
that episode? Yeah, that's classic. That was.
We didn't record it, so we had to do it. And I would have gone on for. Only because I was tired at the time. So
no. What actually happened in the first kind of session before we didn't record it, but he told us all his top 10 movies, and we literally being kidding. Well, maybe I broke him. I broke his heart to saying with certain movies like romantic, like Superman.
He could like I'm not a romantic.
He is. We're both dreamers. We're both romantic. We're both dreamers. Like, but that's why kind of slag him, like we're both idealistic. To a certain degree, like. But this is like we broke him a bit, and it was like that's why when you see the recorded version, you see Nick all kind of a bit sad, like.
I'm getting annoyed at him. I was getting very annoyed at him. But we could. That was like 2 hours early. We did.
But this just shows our discipline.
Yeah.
Yeah, like that. I mean, like we've done 43. This is our 43rd episode. Like.
I know how have I put up with you for 43 episodes? Is beyond me.
How have I put up with you? We're awesome.
Right.
But in fairness, like I'm doing all the talking today because like I like to waffle, but in fairness,
he does like to waffle, doesn't he? He doesn't. There's some research. He doesn't. It's all. He thinks he could just get away with just winging it.
I live. Yeah.
Yeah, but he can't.
I can't for a podcast. I'm not lecturing. I'm not like.
As I said before, he needs to tone his voice down as well.
A lot of people said to us at the start, like they noticed, like me and Nick were talking over each other, like at the start of the first few episodes, like we were all talking over one of each other, and like a lot of people were saying that. So I think we've done better, and we tend to kind of give each other the space to talk.
Yeah. True.
But sometimes Nick lets me do all the talking, and then I get myself into trouble. Which is probably...
Yes, exactly. So that's why I tend to tell him to keep the talking to a minimum and let me do the talking. But he just likes to waffle, and I feel bad if I don't give him the chance to express himself. He needs to express himself. He needs his what do you want me to say?
Validation.
Validation.
Soapbox.
Yeah, he needs his soapbox. He needs people to tell him he's brilliant. But
I mean, yeah, I love it. I love the attention.
He does love the attention. Point exactly as example. We're doing this, and he'd be lost without it.
Well, sure. But so would you in terms of like you?
Not really. Well, you, it sounds like you're in the whole presence. It hangs on, podcast. We don't do it.
Well, here's the thing. Like, you enjoy it. We both enjoy it. You've done every episode.
Yes.
So therefore, the behaviour says more than the actual, like, what you say. Because you showed up to every episode, same as I have, like.
But of course they showed that episode. It's in my house. How can I not show up to an episode if I don't show up? Like, I don't want to be robbed.
Well, here's the thing, folks. Every week, I literally, what's the kind of, what you say, like, hijack Nick's house, like, our kind of.
He does. He messes with me couches. I
literally show up to the house and say, Nick, you're not leaving till the new podcast episode.
Yeah. Eats the food.
Take him hostage.
It's like minding a dog, really. Not jokes. It's not minding a dog.
Mind the dog, really. Like.
Yeah.
Look at your fridge. Like, actually, you need.
Yeah, in fairness, I'm trying to lose weight.
You're awesome. I think we're both losing weight. Like, we're both this big. Like.
Yeah.
But it maybe how like I know we don't want to get into the topic of conversation of weekly weigh-ins and stuff like that. Like, but generally, like I feel better with the Ozempic and kind of.
Well, I haven't drunk any fizzy drinks, and since March.
Wow, that's good. That's a whole.
But fairness, people say I've had a few but not really too many. The odd beer and maybe the odd hot chocolate,
Well, if you're after fizzy drinks, I'm after alcohol. Like, I mean, I had the alcohol, the 1 bottle of prosecco, and it wasn't even a bottle of prosecco; it was like a glass of prosecco.
Yes, we had that last week, didn't we?
Yeah, but that was the only glass I had like in 4 and a half weeks. Like, so I haven't had any other beer since, like before, like. So like we're doing all right, like.
Yeah.
So this is our 43rd episode, and
it could have been 52, but it just having to put up with him for 52 weeks is just it's like Freddy Krueger running around
the head.
Yeah.
1, 2, friends, can't know you. But it's interesting. But life happens in terms of like we've been pretty disciplined to get to 42 episodes. Like, so we've done a good job. Like, and yet life happens, and we have to miss a few episodes, which is fine. And thanks for the listeners that listen on a regular basis. Appreciate that. New customer. I say customers. I'm such a big.
Yeah, would you stop that?
I'm
not
sales.
This is not a supplies. Office supplies.
Today's episode is sponsored by Abbey Office Supplies. Abbey Office Supplies. If you need office supplies and stationery, come on down. AOSL.ie.
Can I just mention something? Because I think we're kind of feeling like we're a bit. The tension is kind of the viewers are probably losing it. So I want to talk about just this what happened this week in the movies, because it's kind of an interesting thing. Tom Cruise was in Mission Impossible. First movie of Mission Impossible not to get to #1. The movie that beat it was the live action version of Lilo and Stitch. That movie came out. It came out in 2002, and it was up against a Tom Cruise movie. Minority Report beat them that weekend. Lilo and Stitch got their revenge this time and beat them to #1.
So it's like cycles. Literally everything goes in cycles. Like
and that was like 23 years ago, 2002.
Yeah, I remember I went to Minority Report. I think 3 or 4 times in the cinema. I had a date, and like 2 dates. We both went to see I went to see Minority Report. Like, but I mean. I was supposed to be man. My sister was supposed to go to see Tom Cruise in Mission Impossible. But I was like, nah, I don't know.
What, the new one?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I haven't been to cinema since January. That's crazy.
Why not been to cinema?
I don't know. I don't know. We just haven't. It hasn't been anything really. I don't know. Maybe it's. I don't know.
Well, this is actually part of some of the first few episodes we used to talk about. Hollywood being too woke, or stuff that's not we don't identify with, like in movies, like we find it hard to engage with.
I thought you were going to say first we were talking about football, because we were talking about football.
We would. That was Kieran's like that. Kieran was literally like, this podcast's going to be about football.
Yeah,
we do an hour of football every week. Like.
We have to put football.
We had to.
We've abandoned that now. But we're kind of branching out and doing a few different things,
Yeah, we definitely do the movies on a regular basis. You're up to date with the movie stuff, like you have your.
But I'm like TV and like books and stuff. Maybe
I mean, we did the Narnia stuff last week, and people seem to like that, which is. But this is the thing. It could be just because I've been promoting it in different ways, like which is a different use.
Okay, so at least you're doing something, because I feel like I'm doing all the work here.
But this is the point. Like we try different things, like consistency matters, like with the algorithms and the Instagram posts. So folks, if you do feel the need to like us, or at least do you know what? If you don't like us and you think we're dickheads, like comment.
Come on, but you just have to.
But
stop.
if you listen, just comment bad because apparently the algorithm gets more engagement that way. So say like you pair of fools, like what would Mr. T do or something like that? Pity the fools, like. But like comment in some way, shape or form. But just engage with the posts and the podcast and YouTube or whatever, because it just gets us more fame, unfortunately.
And Austin Ted will just expand a bit more. We want to see Austin Ted grow to big.
Yeah. This is the truth. My head will just get so big I won't be able to walk around and be like carrying around on the ground like
Yeah.
I know I have to do this with just dragging me head off the floor No, but at the first few episodes, we did talk a lot about football, but we also talked about movies.
Yeah.
And we talked about Hollywood being a bit woke.
Yeah.
In terms of like and lots of movies that we didn't engage with we didn't find interesting. But I think I found a few movies over the last couple of like months since we started that were like kind of interesting.
Like what? Mention a movie.
Well, what's the one? The Demi Moore one, like the
The Substance.
Yeah, that was kind
of
very unique. Like that.
Yeah, that was original.
Bold,
Yeah,
like,
that was original. That was kind of an original kind of idea, and she was nominated. That movie got a lot.
Yeah.
I think those kind of movies, that kind of surprise you. We get a lot of attention.
Yeah, well, that definitely surprised me. And like. You've been to the movies since. What movies did you go to last? Because you were talking about the movies. Like,
The Brutalist. That was the last one I said. That was the one that's only 4 hours long. A 3.5 hour. Huh?
You like that though?
It was good, yeah. The first one was good, and there was one where Adrian Brody won his second Oscar.
Yeah. And you made me stay and watch the Oscars for the whole night, and I was like, oh my god, I want to go to bed.
What did you say? Loud. He wanted to stay up. He wanted to stay up.
I was like, since we're doing a podcast about the movies on a regular basis, and all Nick ever talks about is the Oscars, like, so I thought like we'd have to stay up and watch it. Like.
And do you know the story? Apparently, the Oscars next year on the same time, but the same night we're going to see Jordan Peele. No, not Jordan Peele. Jordan Peterson. Sorry, Jordan Peterson. This is mad. It was supposed to be in next month, but they had to reschedule to
15th of March or something.
Yeah.
I think 14th of March, I think it's my sister's birthday. And Einstein was born that day as well. Interesting fact. Einstein.
Born 14th of March.
I think it's 14th of March, yeah, I think so. Anyway, so yeah, we survived it this long. And we haven't been cancelled, which is a good thing, I suppose. Or maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe.
No one has said that I haven't been great. But people have said he needs to be the total.
The only one that ever says I need to dial it down or censor or do something else is like Nick or Kieran. I don't hear it from anyone else, in fairness.
Would you tell us? Give us comments and tell him he needs to be censored.
They all seem to like translate or kind of reject it through Kieran and Nick, like, and like. But actually on Facebook there, we put the video up like 2 or 3 weeks ago. My mom was actually giving out to us. She was saying like, Nick Austin can speak for himself.
But then she there was another comment that said, give me praise.
Exactly. She was saying like, you're best off being yourself. And I think she's so clever. Like she was actually saying, she was like kind of reprimanding you. So it was a punishment, and then she gave her reward. So she was conditioning you to, she's so clever like that. Like. Anyway, I'm just playing. But yeah, our moms are kind of awesome. Like we have to shout out to man.
Yeah.
Parents like. So.
So listen. Even if you don't want to listen to this, or there's YouTube as well. You can just watch a bit of it just at a time. And you actually, if you do want to, you can listen to it with your headphones and going on to work or onto nighttime if you're trying to fall asleep. Although that probably will make you fall asleep if you listen to Austin. Austin puts you to sleep.
Yeah, well, do you know what? It's a skill to hypnotise people and put them to sleep. Like it's quite a soothing voice. I remember I used to drive my friends, like, and a lot of people, my kids fall asleep in the car when I'm driving, like, so like I'm good. Anyway, Jeannie, I really do ramble on. Anyway, folks, but the point is, if you're listening, thank you very much. But you can listen to it on YouTube or Spotify. I know sometimes Spotify is a paid service, a paywall, and there's lots of ads in the middle and stuff like that.
No, well, same with YouTube. Why do they do this? It's so annoying.
Yeah, well, they have to make money somehow. Like we're uploading for free, like so.
Yeah.
But YouTube or Spotify, whatever kind of is your kind of platform, work off. But yeah, comment, folks, and get involved. Like tell us like what we're doing. I know, like we know what we're doing in terms of like we
Do we? Well, I know what I'm doing. I don't know about you.
Yeah, well, we know what we want to talk about sometimes. Like, but if you have any questions or any kind of
please
feedback or comments,
tell us what we need to do. Like, come on, please. Otherwise, he'll ramble on and he won't learn.
Yeah, well, just comment. Even abuse us, like it tells, like
I don't.
No, because it probably gets the kind of algorithm and our kind of ratings up. So I mean, abuse if you feel the need, like.
No.
Well, abuse Nick, like not me.
No. But we have another kind of theme. We might be there's a new superhero movie coming out soon, so we might dress up for that.
Oh yeah. Well,
Which we won't tell them what movie. We won't tell them what movie it is. If they've
been listening this long, they know what movie it is. Like, so here's if you do know what movie it is, comment, folks. So if you know Nick, you know what movie it is.
Yeah, if you know me, it will be mentioned a lot. Actually, we did a whole episode on it a few weeks ago. So.
And guess what character I'm gonna dress up as? What?
Go on. Waffle more. We're
both gonna dress up as characters, so we just kind of interested.
Yeah.
It's been fun.
Tune in. It probably around the middle of July.
When the movie when's? Oh yeah, July.
Yeah.
Or August maybe.
No, middle, maybe August. You have to tune in to find out where it is. Yeah. Also, what was that? The Biggest Loser we were telling.
This is I think it's the 14th of July, isn't it?
Yeah, 14th July.
Yeah. I've lost like 7% of my body fat. What? It's coming off gradually.
Yeah, sure.
So look at you, we're toning up like.
What?
We're toning up.
Are we?
Yeah.
But how do people consistent? Like, you're eventually going to drop off. I mean, people are definitely going to always go back to their
default kind of up rotus randus.
Yeah.
Rotus manus. But it's like psychological. It's your condition in terms of like how you say, for example, if you reach. I know when I get stressed, I kind of reach for food and stuff like that. But then if I'm happy and stuff.
But that's the thing. If I'm stressed, I don't eat the food. I would kind of wouldn't be able to eat it.
Yeah, I suppose that's kind of high level stress though. So like, I mean, you generally like the stress of life and just. But it's like you're coping with, and maybe it's just a habit, maybe it's just a bad habit, because I know now the way I'm feeling, like I'm after drinking, I've no bother, like it doesn't bother me, like I've no cravings for it, like I've no desire for it.
Yeah.
I mean, food, like I don't like the Ozempic's definitely made me less kind of agitated in terms of around food, in terms of a desire to like constantly like midnight takeaways or 11 o'clock. Or 10 p.m.
Yeah, I think you shouldn't be eating after, like, I'd say 8 o'clock would be the
cut off.
Yeah, because I think because apparently you need 4 hours before it has to be. Well, 4 hours. They say 4 hours before you go to bed is when you should stop eating.
Yeah, but it's I don't know what it holds long term, or if you be on it for like the next couple of years or whatever. But I've definitely noticed a difference in my brain and how I choose to pick foods and stuff like that. I'm not as famished or you know, I don't have a massive angst to like eat food. Like I can kind of resist it a bit more. I can resist it a bit. Yeah, I can.
Can you? Huh?
What do you like?
I don't know. What would you eat in the morning time?
I generally in the morning I don't have anything. I just have caffeine. Like.
But that's the thing. Do you think here's the thing. Do you think caffeine in the morning is good? Because people do tend to. Why do people drink coffee in the morning? Like.
It's like it's the most popular drug in the world.
But why is it? It's like. It's an addiction that people drink coffee in the morning.
Maybe it's a habit. Well, some people drink tea, but this is the thing. Like,
but why do you have to drink tea? Why can't you drink like water or orange juice? Why does it have to be? Why can't? Do you have to get the energy to go, or you know what I mean?
What caffeine does, it actually stops the hormone or the kind of in your body that makes you tired. So hormone when you drink caffeine, it just fakes the body into thinking you're not tired. Like, so it kind of it just takes off antecedent. So some kind
Same with Coke as well.
Yeah.
Coca-Cola, sorry.
So it tricks you into being. So it almost tricks the body. Like so that's why it's a drug. Like it's like.
It's not really, I don't say that it's a drug, you know.
Well, caffeine is the biggest drug in the world. It is a drug. Caffeine. I mean, caffeine's a drug, isn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, it is. I mean, we're not saying that wrong.
Why is it so addictive? Why is it, you know?
Why is it so addictive? Because it works. Because I drink it every morning. I feel less tired. Like wakes me up.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, it doesn't matter. Like each to their own. Do what you want. I mean, but I think there's no. Sure, like remember I was listening to Jordan Peterson. On the podcast.
Here we are again.
Right,
back to Jordan Peterson.
No, but he was making a point. He was saying, talking about the food pyramid, like in terms of like cakes at the top and bread at the bottom and all this kind of stuff, and meats like somewhere in the middle, like. Yeah. But apparently, like, that's like all that bread and all that kind of the food pyramid was designed by people trying to make more money from selling like food like bread and cereal and all that kind of thing. It wasn't based on actual nutrition in terms of like what's best for you, like. Because it's I know I sometimes go on the keto diet like and eat protein only I feel better, and it's also the studies now being done that actually when you stay in the ketosis diet, like your cognitive abilities increase within hours of fasting and going into ketosis, which ketosis is basically you're processing the fat in your body that's stored in your stomach or around your body, and you're not actually using carbohydrates, which is like chips, rice, not rice, but bread. I think more to do with potatoes and starch, all this kind of stuff. But actually, when your ketosis is, you're basically just using the stored fat in your body, and that's the fuel for you use fuel for energy. Like so, it's more efficient. What we would have done like if we were cavemen and cavewomen, like say we had the body would probably possibly, would have processed eat food, and we eat fat. Like fat was basically what our kind of fuel for storage when we didn't have food at the abundance level we have now, because we've so much food all around us. Like so, like it's like when we're cavemen and cavewomen, like we would just reduce our fat like during the winter time or when we're going for searching for food. Like so, it's more of an efficient way to fuel the body. But it's also the way we live in life in terms of food is all around us. Like, but it's also like I know from my experience, like I'm an emotional eater, so I eat food like because I'm emotional, because I'm hungry or like I'm emotional. Like, I'm not because I'm happy or something. Like say we're in a family around family time, like it makes me it's a search for connection and love and kind of because we all have Irish mammies there, some of us do, like, but it's like they feed you with their food, like it's.
What's that song? What's that song John Lennon sings? All you need is love.
All you need is food, yeah. Food, love, yeah. The love for your food for your stomach, like. Yeah. Anyway, I'm going off on a tangent, folks, as I love to do.
He does, and it's just.
We're going to wrap up now. No. 20 minutes. We're going for food, ironically.
But yeah, of course it is, because you're always.
I got that in. That was always in that. I was like.
But we didn't get it. We only talked about a few highlights, but I think we should talk about a few more.
No, we don't want to bore the folks.
Okay.
So we're sticking to a 30-minute kind of schedule.
Yes, because he says, the more we go, the more higher, the more time we use. I don't know.
Well, in fairness, Nick did say to me, I was right about the algorithms and the kind of consistent kind of uploading and the titles of the episodes. But
I never said that.
I would not have made it this far without Nick and his movie skills and his research skills.
We,
as much as it kills me to say it, we lost without him.
Yeah.
Right, folks.
Okay, we're gonna bye. See you. Good luck.